Hello, I'm going to show you my workflow for creating my virtual tour, handling my files, and getting them ready to put them into my virtual tour. I'm going to be using 3D Vista for my virtual tour building, and I'm using a GoPro 360 Max to capture all my images and videos. So I'll go ahead and get started and show you how I'm organizing everything. All starts here in my file management. So here's my indie project, and I have pre-production assets, and then I've just moved into production now since I'm gathering final assets. I have my 360 images, and then here I have all my original capture images by day. So that way I can kind of keep them separated because I'm going to end up with a lot of files. I'm taking 10 pictures from each position, just so that way I make sure that I get my exposure coverage that I need. And I was also planning on HDR compiling them, but it's been awfully complicated and I've been getting a lot of ghosting. So I'm just picking the best image from the exposures that I have. I have my images uploaded to my computer, saved. I don't want to edit any of these. I want to keep these as I took them. That way if I run into problems down the road, I can. So after that, I'm using Lightroom, and I've uploaded them all into my library. So here's all my 360 images. I'm taking 10 per position. So 493 photos is only 49 positions. My next step is to pick the photo that I want to use, the best looking exposure where I'm getting not too much blown out like this. Now I want to compare it to my other ones I've been working on. So my GoPro VR player normally can convert the 360 files, the .360 files to MP4, but it's not working. So there's the other option of using the GoPro exporter, and I can change it to H.264, 4K, and start. Now I've converted my .360 file, and I put it into my converted source files. Here are my two converted to MP4 files. So you can see MP4, pretty good size files, 2 gigabytes for this one, and 1.37 for this one. So yeah, file size is a concern, and that's why you want to probably stitch small pieces of these large files into the 360 panorama. So I have my converted files, and now what I want to do is I want to try to clean up my audio and get it ready to match to the panorama, get the video ready to match to the panorama. So anyway, so now I have my clip ready to go, have my audio cleaned up a little bit, I have my colors matched the best I can, so now I'm ready to export it. Okay, so I've exported my footage from Premiere as an MP4 file, and I brought it into After Effects, and I also brought in the panorama image to use as a background and to match it up. So the panorama image and the video, they're different sizes. So I need to make the video the same size as the image. Go to transform and fit to comp. I already did that, but that will give you the correct aspect ratio, frame size as your 360 image. I had to come back and make a feather mask that blended the video with the background around the edge of me, because my video and my picture were so far off that I had to do a lot of feathering to make it look a little more natural. Going from the equirectangular to the VR, what you have to do is go up to Window, VR Comp, and that will create these new comps that you see here. And here's the files for the 360 comp. So next, what I wanted to do was minimize the amount of video that I was stitching into the picture. So what I did with this is I went to composition, composition settings, and I changed the width and height to just fill me, or just to capture myself and the feathered section that I created. Now I think I'm ready to export this and bring it into 3D Vista.